Well, hello everyone. My name is Zachary O'Shea, and this is Box of Teeth. It's also just another Mimic Monday, so I have a Mimic for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition to share with all of you. Every Just Another Mimic Monday, I reach deep into that box of teeth and produce a homebrew Mimic for all of you for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, unless I'm sick, which was last week. But this week I have a nice horrific one for all of you, and that is the Dead Mimic. The rash of zombie attacks in the city baffled both the guard and most of its heroes. However, your party thought they had tracked the source down. True enough, down at the dockside, they followed a zombified dockhand into a rundown warehouse. However, when the door was open and you took a look around, there was no zombie inside, just a sparse collection of ramshackle crates and barrels and the like. Perhaps they were hiding in one of them. So you opened up the nearest lid, and suddenly your hands started to shrivel as moisture was leached from your body. Glassy eyes and rotten teeth sprouted from the wood. You know what that means. I need you to roll for initiative. It's rare indeed for a mimic to suffer the curse of undeath. Rare, but not impossible. The necrotic monstrosity that results is still a very dangerous ambush predator. Sure, it dries up and loses its sticky nature, but now it can drain the bodily fluids of its victims. On top of that, it gains the ability to become a necrotic copy of the last creature that it ate, and also is just as hard as any other zombie to put down. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Dead Mimic statistics for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. The Dead Mimic is a challenge rating 3 medium undead that is chaotic evil. It does have a lower armor class because now it's a shambling zombie of sorts, but it does have a decent number of hit points still. It loses its damage immunity to acid, but gains immunity to necrotic and poison damage, as well as condition immunity to poisoned and prone. Like any other mimic, it does have shape changer, false appearance, and grappler, but now it can shape change into either the last creature it ate, but a zombified version of it, or into an object, and its false appearance either makes it look like a zombie that it's turned into, or into an object until it takes some sort of action that would break that. It's no longer adhesive, as I mentioned. Instead, it has an ability called Dry Age in its object form. So when a creature touches the mimic or is grappled by the mimic at the start of its turn, it has to succeed on a Constitution save or become incapacitated until the end of its next turn. If it fails this save by 5 or more, it gains a level of exhaustion instead, so this can waste away an adventurer very quickly. As it is a zombie, it does also have undead fortitude. Attack-wise, it has a simple pseudopod and bite attack. It is a challenge rating 3, and a lot of its lethal nature is going to come from Dry Aged. I hope you enjoyed the Dead Mimic. You can find it and hundreds of other mimics, as well as hundreds more horror-themed monsters, all for Dungeons & Dragons, and all perfectly free at boxofteeth.blogspot.com. If you're more interested in the non-Dungeons & Dragons role-playing projects that I have, or the horror fiction that I write that includes Grease Paint right here, it's got a killer clown. Book 2 should be out sometime later this summer. I'm just waiting on a few things to finish up there. Or you kind of like post-apocalyptic Vampire D horror, where I have Circuit Breaker, which has just started on Kindle Vella. You can go to www.zacharyoshea.com. As always, I really appreciate your time and your attention, and I hope you have a great week ahead of you.